Hey guys, Zomfox here, and today we're going to be talking about how the Baltimore Ravens have officially signed the Houston Gambler Menace himself, Bailey Gaither. Bailey Gaither made his fame in the USFL after, that game-winning touchdown he had against the Gamblers, and the man who played for the Pittsburgh team is now going to the Baltimore. As for his stats and overall, he was one of the higher-picked receivers picked in the second receiver round with the 5th overall pick in that round to the Maulers. He only appeared in 7 games and started 2. That was due to some injuries he had. And despite not playing in every game, he managed to get 16th in receiving yards. And if he had played the whole year, could have definitely gone up to top 10, maybe even top 7. His 4 receiving touchdowns were technically tied for second most in the league, though it was tied with a few other guys. But overall, he was great at getting passes in the end zone and just getting first downs. Only 24 receptions, pretty solid because of that, 13.7 yards per catch. As for the Ravens, yeah, I know early today the Osiris Mitchell video came out and I talked about how weak the Packers receiving core was. That one is like elite compared to this. So if you have not heard of any of these guys, unless you're a college fanatic, don't worry. Probably no one has. Rashad Bateman, Devin Duvernay, and James Proche II are their starters, and you've probably maybe heard of Bateman or Duvernay. Second string, Tylan Wallace, Jalen Moore, and Benjamin Victor. Then third string, Slade Bolden, Shamir Bridges, Trevon Clark, and then fourth string, Mekhi Polk, Raleigh Webb, and Devin Williams. Let me just say this. Bailey Gaither has a very, very solid chance to be a legit starter, and that's not even going far-fetched. Look, this is literally their 4th on the right, 3rd on between, and their 2nd string on the left. Look at that. Literally, 8 of these players have never appeared in an NFL game, and 6 are undrafted free agents. Then Tylan Wallace is the only one who has, and he was a 4th-round pick, so there's a reason why he's a 2nd string. He only started 1 game, but did appear in all of them, and he only had 23 yards receiving. So that's your 2nd, 3rd, and 4th string receiving core on the Baltimore Ravens. Then you go to your starters, and the starters, they're better, but man, they ain't that great. And it really makes you wonder how they actually let Hollywood go. So the starter does include a 1st-round pick in Rashad Bateman, which is why you've probably heard of him. He was a 1st-round pick in 2021. He played in 12 games, started 4 of them. He actually was pretty solid at 515 yards. So for him, he was definitely a solid receiver. Devin Duvernay was a 3rd-round pick in 2020. He's played in both years. And, that All-Pro and Pro Bowl, that's for a punt returner. He's a very excellent punt returner. But receiver-wise, he only had 272 yards, despite starting 7 games while playing in all of them. So he was, mainly for that punt return role, and that's what he was great at. Though he did rush for 70 yards his rookie year and 50 his second year. So they do use him as, those Wildcat things. Then James Proche has never been a starter, but he has played in 14 years, whether that be special teams or receiver. He had 200 yards last year, but, when your top 3 targets combine for less than 1,000 yards, that's not good. So to put it simply, yeah, Bailey Gaither could realistically get as high as a 1st string on this team. Now, I won't say it's the most surefire, as we talk about Dominique Davis having, no competition. But, man, if he can just, show off a little bit, he can definitely become a 2nd string almost immediately. When you have 8 guys in your roster that have literally never played an NFL game, that's bad. Well, this has been Zomfox. You enjoy this content, why? If you're notified as soon as I upload any videos, make sure to subscribe and hit the bell. And as always, have a great night.